Hello, this is your Commodore, Ty Coles here, with a Star Trek Picard review.
Engage.
This week, we'll be looking at Season 1, Episode 5, Stardust City Rag. The episode is directed by Jonathan Frakes. Felt like a more Star Trek episode than most. So, we started off with a few flashbacks. First flashback, it honestly looks like we're seeing somewhat of a horror film right now, with all the gruesomeness and the blood and the gore, and we're seeing that it's Egypt being tortured in this, somewhat dissected and operated on. Seven comes in to help save him, but he's in such bad shape, she mercifully kills him to get him out of his pain.
Sorry, my child.
Fast forward until 2 weeks before Picard and them show up at Freecloud, where we see Bruce Maddox meeting someone. So for people that haven't watched Star Trek yet, you're probably asking, who is Bruce Maddox? Well, computer?
Bruce, Commander. Current assignment, Associate Chair of Robotics. Daystrom Technological Institute.
They mentioned Troniak. Computer?
Oh, I know. 1,000 questions. But first, the Troniak.
Maddox passes out after drinking it, after revealing that he's wanted by the Tal Shiar.
Have some Johnny.
I think it was the Tal Shiar.
So, they're on their way there, and we're in Picard's holographic study room. And we see a little thing of him watching what's happening on Freecloud.
We're here for the maximum security, financial and information services, or the minimal restrictions on God's position. Freecloud keeps your secret.
And honestly, if Risa is like the Caribbean, Freecloud is like the Vegas. Seven comes into Picard's study. She asks for a drink. Picard offers her a drink, and she asks for bourbon.
Nothing to drink. Tea? Lots of wine?
Bourbon, straight up.
But we know from previous Star Trek Voyager episodes she can't handle her alcohol.
Hold still.
I cannot comply.
You're intoxicated. What about the wine? It doesn't exactly agree with you.
This could have easily been fixed by one simple line that Picard could have said, but they didn't do it. So they're all traveling there. We have Rizzo and Rios. He talking a bit, and why Seven's talking to Picard. Rios, he did not know who Seven was, and he forgot that Picard was a Borg.
70X Borg Fenris Ranger from the Delta Quadrant. And I somehow managed to forget that Picard used to be Borg too.
And they finally learn who's holding Maddox. And it's this woman that's very interested in Borg parts and has very big ties to the underworld. So they come up with a plan to save him by trading Seven for him. Rios is the one that makes the introduction. And then you have Picard go down. And I think Patrick Stewart really loved this.
It's not one of the new ones. The Borg entered her. She was a jeune fille. You are going to have to dice her up to get it.
Because he got to be expressive and out of the box of your stereotypical what Picard is supposed to be. But also, sometimes you just want to facepalm how campy he did get. But I feel like he did enjoy that part. And it comes off like it. Meanwhile, while this is all happening, Raffi tries to reconnect with her estranged son, Gabriel, but he wants nothing to do with her. He is just blatantly tells her to F off, pretty much.
Our lives matter too, just not to you. I don't think you understand just how much it sucked to be your kid.
They do the prisoner exchange, but they realize that Seven wasn't completely honest with them, and she even knew Seven's real name was Annika. So it makes you think that they had some sort of ridiculously close connection prior to all this.
I'm the one that got away. Not anymore.
And it proves out that they did have like a very strong personal connection prior to all this stuff happening.
I always knew you were impressive. I just never knew how impressive. And it's good to see you again, Annika.
And that it came to a head after Starfleet refused to help the Romulans anymore.
When the rescues ended, some of us tried to help maintain order on the worlds the Federation left behind, posing as one of us, as someone trying to help. She knew about each help from me.
So, another thing that happened because of Starfleet's refusal to help the Romulans, just because a couple members didn't like helping the Romulans, even though the Romulans saved your ass during the Dominion War. So they end up beaming back up to the ship.
Captain Rios, getting us the hell out of here, sir.
Picard tries to convince Seven not to seek revenge, but she returns and kills her without Picard's knowledge, of course.
He was a son to me, Jay. This is for him.
I kind of wish they didn't kill her off, man. She was a very interesting character. I would have liked to see more of, like, say, just that underworld type character they might try to go see for try to get information out of or something. And B, she was hot, which makes me want to think about redoing my hottest women of Star Trek list. Maddox is rescued, and he lets Picard know why he sent the girls away, to discover the motivation behind why were synthetics banned.
Not just them. I think the Federation are involved. That's what I sent them to find out.
Because of the attack on Mars, most likely. Picard leaves them with Jurati alone, and she kills him.
I wish I didn't know, but I knew. I wish they hadn't shown me. I'm so sorry.
The woman that was in a relationship with him ends up killing him. For what reason? Who knows? The only thing that seemed to notice was the EMH.
What is the nature of your psychiatric emergency? Your blood pressure and cortisol levels.
So overall, a decent episode. I didn't mind it. It was good paced. I had some good laughs. Campiness at some points. I also enjoyed the redesign of the phasers that they did. When Seven's blasting her way out, of course. But I really liked that it was just a nice redesign of the phaser rifles we saw in the later Star Trek Next Generation movies, as well as in later Deep Space Nine and Voyager. So it really flows with the continuity of the phaser design. Overall, decently done. One of my more favorite episodes, to be honest. Unfortunately, from what I'm hearing, it doesn't build upon, like, it kind of goes downhill after this, which is kind of a shame because there was some great potential for the show. We see growth in Picard. We see growth in Seven. People say it might not be Seven. Yes, the prosthetics Jerry Ryan wears aren't as good as they were when Voyager was being filmed, like almost 2 decades ago, but you can still see aspects of Seven's character, and you can see hints of Picard in there, the Picard we all know. So overall, like I said, enjoyable but campy. So for your Commodore tycos, live long and prosper. Hailing frequencies closed.
Thank you for watching the video. please like the video, subscribe to the channel, watch one of my other videos, and if you can show your support by donating to my PayPal.
So, for Commodore Ty, live long and prosper all, and for now, until next time, the hailing frequencies are closed.